names and location. We are live, everybody. Welcome to Work on Your Game University. This is Dre all day. Let me see if I can get a better location here. Let's see. Let's go with this. There we go. We'll go with that. Everybody who's coming in, tell me your name and location. This is Dre all day, coming to you live. Work on Your Game University. It is March the 3rd? March the 3rd. Everybody, as y'all coming in, my name is Dre Baldwin. We're going to get into part two of, I think this is going to be an 8-part series, might even be longer. We're talking about level 10 individuals. So as y'all come in, tell me your name and location. Names and locations. It's not bright enough. Names and locations as y'all come in. Javier from New York, from Harlem, New York. What's good? Shout out to Harlem. Kentucky is in the house. Miami is in the house. Pensacola, what's good? As y'all come in, tell me your name and location. Lincoln, Rhode Island. What's going on? Everybody, as y'all come in, tell me your name and location. This is Dre all day, checking in from Miami, Florida, Work on Your Game University. We got Pennsylvania in the house. What part of Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania's a big state. So shout out to Pennsylvania. I'm from Philadelphia. That's my hometown, but I live in Miami, Florida. This is Work on Your Game University. Let me see if we can get some better lighting here. I don't like this lighting. All right, I think this is better. Yeah, this is better. We'll go with this. Everybody, as y'all come in, tell me your name and locations. Today we talking about level 10 individuals. B. Martin from YouTube. I didn't know YouTube was a location. Bloomsburg is near Philly, man. I know where Bloomsburg is. It's a school out there. Shout out to Bloomsburg College or University, one of those. I know some people who play ball with Bloomsburg. So shout out to Bloomsburg. I know where that is. I'm from Philadelphia. So if you're from PA, New Jersey, New York, I know those towns. I've been in a lot of places. So anyway, we about to get right into this right now. Oh, you go to school there. All right, so shout out to Bloomsburg. Shout out to everybody who's coming in right now. You at Work on Your Game School, Work on Your Game University. I guarantee I'm going to give you more value than all your college professors put together. As y'all come in, tell me your name and location. We about to get straight to it. I'm going to give y'all about 15 more seconds to see if anybody comes in, then we get right to it. Clemente from ESSJ, California. I never heard of that town, but shout out to ESSJ, California, wherever that is. My name is Dre Baldwin. Those of y'all know me. I'm a former 9-year professional athlete. I'm the creator of this philosophy called Work on Your Game. There's a book, there's a podcast, there are courses, a whole lot of stuff. It's all about taking the pro athlete's mindset, the mental game you need to succeed in sports, and teaching how you apply it in your business, in your sport, and in your life. So what we're going to get into here, the last time that anybody got questions, I will address them at the end of the stream. So if you post a question or a comment, I will address it at the end of the live stream. But anyway, what I talked about the last time I was on live, which was like 3 days ago maybe, I was talking about level 10 people. I did a master class months ago, actually not months ago, probably almost 2 years ago. I was talking about the characteristics of level 10 people. You want to, and we got level 0, level 10. You want to be a level 10 individual. I did the first one about 3 days ago. If you missed it, just subscribe to me on YouTube. Just look me up on YouTube. Subscribe to me. I will be putting that video out very soon. But today we're going to get into part 2 of a level 10 person. This is the second thing you would expect from a person who is at a level 10. That means a top level individual you're going to come across in life. Doesn't matter if they're playing sports, they're working at Pizza Hut, they're running a business, they're going to be in a relationship with you, they're one of your best friends. A level 10 individual. This is the second thing you need to know about a level 10 person. First thing is they're going to keep it real with you. That's point 1. But go watch the video so you get all the context. Second thing is a level 10 person will expect you to continue to get better, to continue to raise your level, and continue to be a type of person that makes them better. Otherwise, they will leave from your orbit. They will get you away from them. Level 10 individuals are the type of people that want to be around other level 10 individuals. So you're the type of person who is not getting better. You're not the type of person. You're the type of person who's not improving. You're the type of person who stays stagnant. You're not trying to go to another level in what you do. Then a level 10 person is not going to stay around you. They're not going to continue to deal with you. So any of you out there, because sometimes people come to me and they'll say something like, yo, Dre, I got these friends that I've been hanging with all my life, but they're not really trying to get better. They're not really trying to improve. They're not really trying to grow. They're not trying to learn. They're just trying to stay in the same spot and not do anything else with their lives. What should I do? All right, listen, you're asking the wrong question, because if you realize all these things already about them and you're a level 10 individual, you should already know what you need to do. What you need to do is find yourself some new friends. Now, there's 2 things you can do. The first thing you can do is you can set the example, which you should be doing already, meaning you should be the person who's growing. You should be the person who's getting better. You should be the person who's taking yourself to another level. Be the person who's always looking to step up, wherever stepping up means. If you're an athlete, that means getting to the next level, getting better at your game. You're in business, you're always trying to find ways to make your business better and serve your customers better. If you're in a relationship, you're trying to make that relationship stronger and give more to that relationship with that person. That could be with your kids, it could be with your parents, it could be with your aunts and uncles, your cousins, your significant other, whatever it is. If you're in school, you're trying to get better grades and learn more things so that when you get out into the real world, quote unquote, you got some skills that you can bring to the table as soon as you step out there. If you should be setting that example all the time anyway. So what you can do is set the example and be who you are. And this is you up here, always getting better. But the people around you are not trying to get up there. They're here. You started down here with them, but you moved up, and they're not trying to get up there. And they see you up there, but they're not trying to get up there. Listen, you already did everything you could. You set the example. All right, you cannot lead other people and coax them into wanting to get better. All right, you can't call one of your friends and be like, yo, when you going to start getting better? When you going to read these books? When you going to start going to the gym? When you going to start working on your game more? You can't go to somebody and say that, because if you try to tell somebody that they need to do that, they're going to resist, because human beings, that's just what we do. We like to do things when it's our own idea, on our own volition. So if you try to tell your friends, yo, you need to get better, yo, you need to start improving, yo, you need to be reading these books the way I'm reading books, they're not going to do that. They're going to actually resent you for even bringing that to them. So don't try to talk them into it. That's not going to work. All you can do is set the example as best you can. That's the first thing you do. Second thing you do when you realize that they're not getting to the level that you're at is you got to move on. You got to do your thing. You got to take care of yourself. Remember that your number one priority in life is always you. You are your number one priority. Before your parents, before your girl or your guy, before even your kids. You can't take care of another person until you take care of you. If you're not taking care of, how you going to take care of your son or your daughter? You're not taking care of, how you going to take care of your friends? If you're not taking care of, how you going to take care of your Instagram followers? You can't. You got to take care of yourself first. So you are your number one priority. So what you need to do when you realize the people around you ain't trying to get better and move up is you got to move on. Your job is to move on. If they move with you, cool. If they don't move with you, that's cool as well. Eventually, if they're serious, they may eventually come around. It might take them months, it might take them years. They will come around and say, damn, what's the name, whoever you are, they started to get better. They improved, and I don't really talk to them that much anymore, but I see what they're doing. They can see what you're doing. They'll come around. They'll call you and be like, yo, I'm trying to get on this wave of what you're doing. I'm trying to start reading these books. I want to start working on my game every day the way that you did. I want to get smarter and start investing in myself the way that I saw you did. I see what you did, and I see how you improved. Listen, I'm trying to get there. Like, what do I need to do? Tell me what I need to do, because I want to get to the level that you're on. And you'll be happy to help them at that point. But if they don't come to you asking for it, that means they don't want it. Because I promise you, they already know what you're doing. They know where you're at. They know where you're going. They see the progress that you're making. If they don't come to you wanting to do the same things that you're doing, it's because they are not interested. All right, it's not because you didn't tell them, not because they didn't see you, not because they don't know about it. It's because they're just not interested. They don't want to be on the wave that you're on, and you got to let them live how they live. Right? You got to let them be who they are, and if they don't want to do anything, they just don't want to do anything. Let them live their lives. Let them be who they gonna be. All right, you understand that? So this is the level 10 person. The second point I'm giving you about the level 10 person is you're the type of individual who you expect the people around you to want to get better and want to improve. And if they're not, you are moving on. And understand that if you're the type of person who is not getting better and not improving, you're going to find people distancing themselves from you. They're going to start moving away from you, and they're not going to be paying as much attention to you. They're not going to be taking your calls as much, not hanging out with you as much. They're not going to really spend as much time with you simply because you're not on the level that they're on, and you're not trying to move up the way that they're trying to move up. Like attracts like. All right, so people who are getting better are around other people who are getting better, and people who are staying stagnant and doing the same thing forever, they're around other people who are staying stagnant and doing the same thing forever. When you put two of those people in the same room or in the same space for a long enough period of time, they're going to clash because they're not on the same wavelength. They don't have the same energy. All right, they start rejecting each other simply because they're not thinking the same way. They don't have the same energy. They don't have the same goals. They don't see the world the same way. They're not going to connect. But you put two people who are doing nothing together, they're going to become best friends. Put two people who are trying to do something together, they're going to become cool simply because they're thinking the same way. They're doing the same things. They're attracted to each other. So you need to look around at your circle of friends and ask yourself, am I around a bunch of people who are trying to get better? Or am I around a bunch of people who are staying the same? And I guarantee you the people around you are one or the other. They're either trying to get better or they're staying the same. And understand something, if most of the people around you are staying the same and they're around you all the time, it might be because you're doing the same thing. Or because you are being, what's the word I'm looking for? You are neglecting to take you're neglecting to take initiative in getting away from those people and finding better people. And what's going to happen is they're going to end up pulling you down, because we all know the law of association, right? You become the average of the people you spend the most time with. It doesn't have to be 5 people. It could be 2 people. It could be 1,000 people. Whoever you spend time with, you become. So if the people around you are not trying to get better, but you stay around them, either you're going to pull them up or they're going to pull you down. It's one or the other. And if you're not taking action to get around some better people, why? That must mean you're trying to get worse, because you're hanging around people who are worse than you. That's going to make you worse eventually. What you need to do is be proactive, take initiative, and get away from the people who are not trying to get better and go make yourself better by getting around people who are at a level that you're at or at a level above you, so you can continue to improve. And if you're around people, you look around, you see a bunch of people who are trying to get better, then that means you're going to get better, as long as you continue to strive. But if you stop trying to get better and you notice that if you notice the people in your circle who are just as good as you or better than you, they stop taking your calls, they stop reaching out to you, they stop inviting you to the get-togethers, they stop talking to you as much, they stop following you on Facebook. You know why? It's because obviously you're doing something that's causing them to believe you're going to bring their average down. Since everyone, this law of association applies to everybody, right? You become the average of the people you spend the most time with. So if someone around you is really good and they stop talking to you, it must be because they think you are making them worse. And when people are trying to come around you and they want to spend time with you, it's because they believe you will pull them up and make them better. But they got to want to get better. The people who don't want to get better, they're not looking for people to hang with. They're just living life by default. Wherever they end up, they end up. People who are trying to get better are looking for other people who are trying to get better and trying to advance, and they stick together because, again, they're on the same wavelength. And the people who are good, who stop taking your calls and stop replying to your emails, is because they must see something in you that's causing them to believe you ain't trying to get better. And you need to look at your circle, but forget other people. Let's talk about you. And I'm going to take questions in a minute. So if you got questions, go ahead and post it right now. I'm going to take questions in 30 seconds. If you are trying to get better, you need to look at your circle. And if you notice the people in your circle are bums, going nowhere people, they are do-nothing individuals, then that must mean you're one of them because they're attracted to you. Or you're about to become one of them because you're not trying to get away from them. So you need to look at yourself and look at your circle. Look at the people you spend time with. All right, it could be 3 people you hang with all the time. It could be 30 people you always around. But ask yourself, are these people going anywhere? Are these people doing something? These people have goals. Are these people trying to move up and advance in life? And you should know. Like, you don't have to really think too hard about it. You look at any person you know, talk to somebody for 5 minutes, and you can tell, is this person trying to get better? Is this person trying to advance? Or is this person just kind of living life by default? They just staying where they're at, and whatever happens, happens. You can pretty much tell that about a person within like 5 minutes of talking to them. So look at yourself first of all. Check yourself first, because this is more about you than it is about anybody else. Then after you check yourself, then you look at the people you spend time with. Look at the people who want to spend time with you. I guarantee you they are a reflection of who you are and what you've been doing up to this point. So anybody who is coming into the stream right now, my name is Dre Baldwin. I am talking about I'm posting a link right now to my book, The Mirror of Motivation. For those of y'all who don't have it, this is my free book that you can get right now. It's the Self-Guide to Self-Discipline. Make sure I got that right. All right, I spelled that wrong. Here we go. All right, mirrormotivation.com. That's my free book, Self-Guide to Self-Discipline. That's a physical book. We'll ship that to you worldwide, anywhere you live in the world. This comment should deleted that, but anyway, can't go away. So that's what you get. That's the second characteristic of a level 2 individual. So now anybody who got one, go ahead and post it. Make it good, make it short, get to the point quickly so I can get through all the questions. Let me see if I have any questions. Maybe I don't have any questions. We're going to see right now. As y'all coming in right now, my name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day. Former 9-year professional athlete. I'm the author of a book called Work on Your Game, and author of 24 other books. Yes, you heard that number right. 24 other books, all about taking the pro athlete's mindset and applying it to your business, applying it to your sports, applying it to your life. All right, and the books are not about basketball. They're about the mental game that you need to be successful in sports and how they apply to life, or just the mental game you need to be successful in life. Period. Just so happens that I used to play sports. So Niall says, can you still get recruited for college if you play in a bad school? Well, it depends. Well, if your school is bad, that must mean the players are bad, so you probably won't get recruited. If you're a good player, you can get recruited. Don't blame the school. Calico says, if your friends don't meditate, you need new friends. If that's the way you see it, and to each his own. If money was not a thing, would you be still doing the same thing you are doing now? Yes, pretty much, yeah. I would be doing this. I was doing this even before I was making money from it. I was putting videos on YouTube before you can make money on YouTube. That's a fact. Calico says, see you looking with your looking ass. Whatever that means. Calico says, respect the passion. I appreciate that. Sniper Shooter was good. B. Martin says, what about friends I like spending time with, but do I give them time and what do I need to do? Well, I just told you. You got to ask yourself, first you got to assess, are they the type of people who are going to help you get better or not? It's either yet they are or they're not. And you got to decide from that point. Calico says, do you have criteria for people you let in your circle? Well, like I just said, you can tell within a few minutes of talking to somebody if they are about something or they ain't about nothing. I mean, it should be pretty obvious within a couple minutes of talking to somebody. So you don't have to, it's not like this deep assessment you got to do. You can tell. Just by talk to somebody for a few minutes, you'll see, are they going somewhere or are they just, pretty much doing the same thing? B. Martin said, also sidetrack, I want to grow my socials and brand. How do I go about it? Put out valuable material. That's the most simple thing I can tell you to do. You put valuable material out, people will be attracted to it. The right people will find it, and they'll follow you. They'll tell somebody else, and it goes like that. That's the way it goes. Daniel says, what do I do in a situation? My friends get mad at stupid shit at me, and when I get mad, it's never a big deal. If I did, they crucify me, double standard. Well, have a conversation with your friend. Then your friends talk to them. Then your friends, you should be able to have a real direct conversation with them about that stuff and assess it, address it. Calco says, no, I got that one. John Hall says, favorite book that I've written? I'll say my first book, Buy a Game. That's my first book. So that's always going to be there. It's like the firstborn child. Buy a Game. You can get that free by going to workonmygame.com/buy-a-game. BUYAGAME. Buy a Game. And my book, Work on Your Game, is an excellent book. B. Martin says, how do you give friends time and time for what you need to do? Well, you got 24 hours in a day, just like anybody else. You got to figure that out. I mean, it's just simple math. You got to figure that out. David says, can you still get buckets? Or it depends on who's playing defense. B. Martin says, I got college, I got a job in my field, but school is lacking. Should I be concerned? I don't know what you mean by lacking. Meaning you're not doing as well in school? Well, you got to graduate. You in school, you might as well graduate. So do what you got to do to get that degree. Ricky says, been following you for 5 years. I had dreams of making the pros, but didn't pan out. You had a big impact on the person I've become. Thank you on that. Pursuing pro paintball. That's what's up. I didn't even know there was such thing as pro paintball, but obviously there is. So shout out to you. Congratulations, and you're welcome. B. Martin says, I have other passions. Well, that's what's up. Nothing wrong with that. Then Yasa says, what's up with some of these questions? Well, I open it up to questions, so I appreciate it. All right, I think we got through all the questions. Everybody, I probably will do another live stream tomorrow, but if I don't, I'll do one the day after that. Just follow me on IG, put the notifications on, whatever you got to do to catch it when I go live. But I do put these up on YouTube after the live, but they come out like a couple weeks later because I got other videos that go out. I put out a video a day on YouTube. I do these streams. If you have not gotten my book, The Mirror of Motivation, The Self-Guide to Self-Discipline, go to mirrorofmotivation.com. Y'all see it right down there, mirrormotivation.com. I'll ship that book free to you worldwide, anywhere that you live. What else? The Overseas Basketball Blueprint. And if y'all want to play ball overseas, go to balloverseas.com. Balloverseas.com. You get the book, The Overseas Basketball Blueprint. If you want my book, Work on Your Game, go to workonyourgamebook.com. I got a lot of websites if you couldn't tell. But if you can't remember any of those, just hit me in the DM. I'll tell you where to go get those. Follow me on IG and stay tuned because I got a lot of fire coming your way. I got more fire material than anybody out there. You see it. Work on your game. Dre all day.